everybody, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Margot, and today I'm going to do a class, more of a flow class, just to get us moving. We will do some stretches at the beginning. As I mentioned before, I always like to have an intention at the beginning of my classes, and today my intention is calmness. It's just that trying to find that sense of calm within myself. And I think we all are looking for that space, that calmness, that trying to come back to a place where we can breathe with intention and try and let go of the worry that we have, which is hard sometimes, but especially what we're going through right now. And we all know what's going on in the world, and we know what's going on in our own city, and with Toronto kind of blasting with all of the new cases of coronavirus over the last couple of days. So calmness is a good place to be, and as you can see from my background, I have found a place that kind of just forces you to be calm. So hopefully the visual for you can help you with the calmness as well. So let's just start with our breath. Again, just in a seated position, hands facing up, and just focus on your breath. Find that natural breath. Don't force it, just let's find it and focus on it. And again, just relax your shoulders and your neck and your jaw. Take a deep breath in your nose and release it out through your mouth. And again, deep breath in and out. Put your hand on your abdomen. If that helps, feeling as you take that deep breath in, your stomach rise. And as you exhale, feeling it fall. And in. And out. And if it helps to close your eyes, that's fine. If the visual in the background of the lake thawing is a helpful visual, then by all means focus on the lake and the calmness. And continue to breathe in and out. And as you do so, hopefully feeling yourself relax, feeling your breath fall into a natural pattern, and feel your body starting to relax. Relaxing your nervous system. And we'll do a couple more deep breaths in and out. So a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And in through your nose. And a deep exhale. And then we'll take to our mat. So let's start in child's pose. Let's start either with your knees spread or together in child's pose. Just sitting back onto your heels and stretching forward, bringing your arms forward, stretching your palms out, feeling all four corners of your hands. And take a deep breath in and out. You can either breathe in through your nose and out through your nose or your mouth. Just feel your body relaxing. Your forehead to your mat. And just stretch out our shoulders. So take your right arm under your left, bringing your right ear to the mat. Left hand forward, right palm up. And you should feel that stretch through your right shoulder and through your shoulder blade, your right shoulder blade. And breathe into that area. Focus your breath on that area of your body. Take one more deep breath here. And release, and we'll do the same on the other side. So taking your left arm under your right, palm up, left ear to your mat. And again, feeling that stretch through your left shoulder. And breathing into that area of your body. And one more deep breath here. And release. And again, bring your hands forward. Bring your knees together. Coming back into child's pose. Inhale and take a deep breath in here, into cobra. Looking up at the ceiling. And exhale as you come back into child's pose. And inhale up into cobra. You should feel this stretch through your lower back, opening up that lower back. Make your shoulders wide, neck long, and exhaling back. Inhale up, and exhale back. And one more deep breath in as we come up. Make this a good one, good stretch, stretching out those toes towards the wall, looking up at the ceiling, and exhale back into child's pose. Great job. And now we're going to come up onto all fours, and you're going to have make sure your hands are directly below your shoulders. You want to feel all four corners of your hands, and that your knees are directly below your hips. And we'll go into do some cat-cow. So we're going to breathe into cow, and up into cat, and inhale into cow, and up into cat. And continue on with that. So breathing into cow and out to cat. Breathing into cow and out. Into cow and out to cat. And back to center. And now just take your right arm forward and your left leg back. And we're going to bring your right elbow to your left knee for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And pull that out and let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and release. Bring your left arm forward, right leg back, bringing your right knee to your right elbow. 5, and 4, and 3, 2, and 1, and holding it out. And for 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And back to tabletop. We're going to curl our toes under, up into downward facing dog. Stretching back. You want your hands slightly in front of your elbows. Again, feeling all four corners of your hand. Your legs are hip width apart. Trying to bring your heels down to the mat. You can pedal out your feet, stretching your calves from side to side. 2. And then bring your feet together, bringing your right leg up to the sky. And you're going to bring your right knee to your right shoulder. And release. And your knee to your nose. And release. And your right knee to your left shoulder. And release. Great job. And bring your right leg down, bringing your left leg up. And then bringing your left knee to your left shoulder. And up. And your knee to nose. And release. And then bringing your knee over to the right side. Great job. And release. And down. We're going to bring your left foot up again. And then you're going to open up that right hip flexor. Sorry, right hip foot up. So you want to have your foot facing the opposite wall. You should feel a great stretch all the way down your side into your hip flexors. Breathe into that area of your body. And release. We'll do the same on the other side. So bring your left leg up. And then opening up that left hip flexor. And breathing into that area of your body. You can open up a little bit wider as you take a deep breath in. And release. Great job. And now we're going to walk or hop to the front of the mat. If you want to hop, you're going to come up on your toes. Slightly bend your knees, looking forward in front of your hands. And hop forward. And you're going to do a forward fold, half lift so that your spine and your neck are long. And release. And then open that up into mountain, looking up to the sky. And coming forward into a standing forward fold. Again, doing a half lift so your spine and your neck are long. And then you're going to step or hop back into plank. You're going to come down into chaturanga, into upward facing dog. You can have your knees on the floor if that's easier when you're coming down. And then back into downward facing dog. We'll go through a few sun salutations. So again, you're going to come up on your toes, bend your knees, and hop forward, or you're going to step your feet forward. You're going to do a half lift and fold. Rise to mountain. Deep stretch back. Forward fold. Half lift. And then down and either step or hop back into plank. Coming down into chaturanga. Put your knees down into chaturanga. Into upward facing dog. And stepping back into downward facing dog. Great job. We're going to do that one more time. So again, you can either step your hands forward into a forward fold, half lift, and fold, and rise to mountain. Bring your hands to heart center as you fold forward. Half lift so your neck and your spine are long. Plant your hands and you can jump back into plank, coming down into chaturanga, into upward facing dog, and then back into downward facing dog. Great job. And now you're going to take your right foot forward into warrior 3, and warrior 1, pardon me. So you want your hips forward, you want your front knee directly above your ankle, back foot is facing the wall, and you can bring your arms up looking at the ceiling. And then take your hands on either side of that right foot, and you're going to step back. And you can either come down into chaturanga with your foot up or on the ground. Coming down, plank, into cobra, and back into downward facing dog. Bringing your left foot forward into warrior 1. Again, knees stacked above your ankle, looking up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath in and out, and then bringing your hands on either side of that left foot, stepping it back into plank. And you can have your knees down, coming in to chaturanga. And you can either come up into Sphinx pose or cobra. And then stepping that back into downward facing dog. Great job. And now we're going to bring that right foot forward into warrior 1. Again, looking up at the sky, looking up at the ceiling. And then stretch that out into warrior 2. You want that right arm straight. You're going to take your drishti or your focus right over that right hand to help you with your balance. And then reverse. And remember to keep breathing. You can in through your nose or out through your nose or your mouth. And then down into extended side angle. So here's different variations. You can have your elbow on your knee, looking up at that top hand. You can open your hands up. If you'd like, you can take it into a bind, taking your right arm under your leg and your left arm back. You always want to try and have that left shoulder up, facing the ceiling. Continue to breathe here. One more deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose or your mouth. Slowly bringing that up. Parallel your feet forward. And just slowly fold forward with your hands on your hips, on your ankles, on the floor. If you want a wider stretch, you bring your legs farther apart and bring yourself down. If someone has a headstand in their practice, this is where you can carefully pop into a headstand because I'm not there to help you. Take a deep breath in and walk your hands over to your right ankle. Give yourself a good stretch here. Feel that all the way through the back of your right leg into your glutes. And then walking your hands over to the left side. Stretching deep into that pose again. If you need a micro bend in your knee just to help relieve any tension or help you just get into that a little bit more, that's fine too. And walking your hands back to center. Slowly bringing yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Great. And then you're going to turn yourself so that your foot's facing forward. You're going to turn your back foot forward too and have your feet about 2 or 3 feet apart in pyramid. And just come forward on that foot. Again, you can have that micro bend in your front knee, stretching over that front leg. Take a half lift here so that your neck and your spine are straight. Feeling all 4 corners of your feet. And release, putting both hands on the floor, stepping that right foot back to meet your left. Back into downward facing dog. And you can come forward into a plank, coming down into chaturanga, into upward facing dog, back into downward facing dog. Just give yourself a nice stretch back. And then we're going to bring your left foot forward into warrior one. Again, making sure your knees directly above your ankle. Your hands above your head, stretching that back. Breathing into that stretch. If you want to make it longer, open up your back leg a little further. Going into warrior two. I'm going to turn myself around here so that everyone can see what I'm doing. Warrior two. Looking over that top hand. And let's reverse that warrior. You can have your hand down the back of your leg or into the back on your lower back. And releasing into the extended side angle. Again, you can either have your hand on your knee. You can open it up. Bring it into a bind, so bringing your right arm around your back, your left arm under your leg. You still want to be able to open up that shoulder. I'm looking up at the ceiling and opening it up as much as you can to feel that stretch through your back shoulder. And release. And again, we're going to parallel your feet forward. Take your hands in a bind behind your back, stretching them out, stretching those shoulder blades, and coming forward. Bring your arms as far and as high as you can. Again, your head being the last to come down. Continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose or your mouth. And slowly coming up, head again being the last thing to come up. We're going to turn that foot again, bring your right foot forward, facing forward, 2 or 3 feet apart. Again, you're going to bend over that left foot into pyramid. So if you need to micro bend in that front knee just to help you get down and support you, you want to feel all 4 corners of your feet, trying to have the heel of your back leg down. You can continue with the bind here if you'd like, or if your hands on the floor. And again, we'll do a half lift so your neck and your spine are long. And release. Again, all 4 corners of both hands on the floor, taking that left foot back, right foot back into downward facing dog. And continue, take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose and your mouth. And then we'll slowly come down onto our knees. And you can just come up onto your knees. We'll do camel, we'll do some stretches here. So you can have your feet on your toes or flat down. You take your hands so that they're on the small of your back. Bring your elbows together, stretching your head back. Look up at the sky. You're going to feel a stretch of your lower back. Use your quads to support you. And if you want to take it further, come up on your toes. Bring your hands on your heels. Opening up. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose and your mouth. Bring yourself up slowly and carefully, sitting back, just taking a little break here. We're going to do this again. Just take a little stretch. You might want to give your thighs a little bit of a rub and massage. You've been using them and stretching those muscles, your quad muscles. And we're going to come up into camel one more time. So come up onto your knees, and again, either bring your hands on the small of your back, bring your elbows together, and either just staying here or opening it up further. Bring your hands on your heels. Just be very, very careful and only do what your body can do. We always want to listen to our bodies. So if you can get back and touching your heels, if you're here, it's all going to work the same muscles. And again, we don't want to push ourselves doing anything that our bodies can't respond to. And release. Great job. And just sit on your sit bones. We're just going to look and do a couple of stretches here. Taking your right hand on the floor and bringing your left hand up and over to the right. Put your You want to come down on your forearms, stretch over, just giving yourself a great stretch all the way up that left side of your body, all the way from your hips to your fingertips. Oh, great stretch over. And releasing, and we'll do the same on the other side. So either your left hand or your left forearm, coming over with your right hand and stretching that whole right side of your body. You feel that through your shoulder blades. And release. Great job. You can take your right arm, your left arm across your right side or your right body. Give it a little direction, a little guidance. Don't push too far. Don't take it to past the limits that your body's prepared to do. If you feel any sort of stretching through your biceps or through your shoulders, just breathe into that area. Focus your breath to that area of your body. And releasing the same on the other side, taking your right arm across to the left. And giving it a nice little stretch. Breathing into that space, into that part of your body. And release, and then taking again your palm, so it's giving yourself a pat on the back and just slowly guiding your elbow down, just stretch your quad and your biceps. And release. And the same on the other side. And continuing your breath the whole way through the practice. Breathing in through your nose and out through your nose and your mouth. And as we're sitting down, take your right leg across your left. And then you're going to turn your body and look over your left shoulder. And your hips, a great stretch here. And back to center. And switch to the other side. Bringing your foot over your left leg over your right thigh and looking over your right shoulder. And continue to breathe. And release. And we're going to try something today. We're going to do pigeon. You come up into a downward dog head pose, and you're going to take your right leg, bring it up and under basically your left almost hip bone, and just come as forward as you can. If this is as far as you can go, this is great. It's a great start, and you're going to feel that stretch all the way through your right glutes and your right hip. If you can bring it down to your elbows, that's also awesome. And if you can continue to bring it down so that you're flat, your forehead on your mat, and you'll feel that stretch all the way through. It's a great hip opener, hip flexor opener. If it feels a little bit uncomfortable, you can bring your foot back a little further, or you can go in to thread the needle. And you can also kind of get your body wiggling a little bit, just to stretch it out a little bit more. You may feel as you wiggle around, it stretches a little bit more. We'll take a couple more deep breaths here on the right side. And then we're going to just put your right leg back. You're going to come back into downward dog, whatever's comfortable for you. Bringing that left foot forward, right leg back so that your shins and your thigh are just flat on the floor. And again, if this is where your body feels comfortable, stretching that all the way through your left hip flexor. Or if you want to bring that down onto your elbows, or again, further down so that you can bring your forehead to the mat. If you want to wiggle it around a little bit, if that feels comfortable. Or you can do the variation and do thread the needle on your back. A couple more deep breaths here. And come out and slowly bring both legs forward. And if you need to have a little bend in your knees, that's fine. Just take a deep breath in and fold forward, grabbing either your shins, your ankles, the bottom of your foot. You need to kind of jiggle yourself around a little bit to find that deep stretch. And breathe into it. You're going to feel this all the way through your lower back. You feel it through the back of your legs, your quads. Breathing in and out. Walk your hands back up. Just kind of stretch your shoulders out a little bit. We're going to try that one more time. See if you can go a little bit further this time as you come forward. So if you were doing shins, try and do ankles, try and do feet. Again, if you need to just move around a little bit to find that pose, going forward. Continue to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose and your mouth. Then exhale. And great, walking your hands up. I'm just going to lie on your back. Bring your knees up, arms wide. Take your legs over to the right, both together like they're Velcro. Looking over your left shoulder. Breathing into that stretch. Trying to keep your shoulder blades on your mat as much as you can. One more deep breath here. And out. Bring your legs back to center and over to the left. Looking over your right shoulder. Continue that breath. Take one more deep breath in. And release. Bring your legs back to center. Knee, your arms around your shins. Give yourself a big hug. You can just sort of rock to side, just to give your body a nice little massage. Take your feet down to the floor. Walk your legs out. Bring your hands down beside you. Just relaxing your body into your mats. Shoulders wide, neck long and relaxed. And just melt into your mat. And recognize how you feel. Showing yourself compassion and gratitude for taking this time. Time to do yoga today. Time to focus on something for yourself. Slow your breath down. Still notice as you lie in Shavasana, your stomach rising as you inhale and falling as you exhale. Continuing that breath, not forcing it, just recognizing it. And we'll do a quick body scan. So as you're lying there, recognize your feet and focus on your feet and how they feel. Think about your toes, counting them, feeling your heels as they rest on the mat. And then moving from your feet up to your ankles and focusing on your ankles. Maybe you want to rotate your ankles a little bit. And then taking your mind's eye up your calves, focusing on your shins and your knees, up to your thighs, your quads, recognizing them, not judging them, just focusing on that area of your body, breathing into that space of your body. And then moving up into your hips, your hip flexors. A lot of work in that area today. Breathing into that area, focusing on it. And slowly moving up to your abs and your lower back. Your mind's eye moving up into your chest and your shoulders, your shoulder blades, down and into your biceps and your elbows, your forearms and your fingers, and recognizing your fingers and your wrists, maybe stretching your hands out wide. And then taking that breath, that focus in mind's eye to your neck. And then moving that up into your jaw, focusing on your jaw. And then up onto your head, your crown, your third eye. And then just recognizing how your entire body feels after a great stretch and a great class. Taking a couple more deep breaths in and out. And if you'd like to continue in Shavasana, you can definitely stop the tape and continue. Or slowly bring your full awareness to your entire body, wiggling your fingers and your toes. And you're bringing your hands above your head and your toes long, giving yourself a big stretch. And then slowly open your eyes and roll to your side, taking your hand and helping it guide you into a seated position. And we'll take one more deep breath in together. And release. Bringing our hands to heart center. I bow and say, Namaste. May the divine in me recognize the divine in you. Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy a sunny, beautiful day. Remember that we will get through all these trying times that we're going through, and we need to take it day by day and make sure we give time to ourselves.